everyone, this week I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious apple crumble. Apple crumble was one of my favourite desserts growing up, and I finally created a recipe that in my opinion is as good as, if not better, than a typical crumble recipe. Instead of using butter, sugar and flour, I'm going to be using coconut oil, maple syrup, coconut sugar and oats as the main ingredients. So oats are full of fibre and they're going to prevent our blood sugar from peaking and crashing really quickly, and they're going to keep us fuller for longer. The best thing about this crumble recipe is that it could totally pass as a breakfast recipe because they're all breakfast ingredients. So first things first, I'm going to chop my apples into really small chunks. I'm going to leave the skin on just because I prefer that, but if you prefer it without, then you can just peel the apples and then chop them up. Okay, so I'm now going to put my apples into my saucepan. And then I'm going to add in some cinnamon just because it's got an amazing flavour. I'm going to add in some grated ginger. Grated ginger is going to give it a really kind of spicy, fiery kick, but also it's going to add anti-inflammatory properties to our crumble. I've got some coconut sugar, which is a really good alternative to sugar, and it's kind of got a really deep, rich taste. And I'm also going to add in some sultanas. And then I'm just going to put a splash of water in, bring it to a boil and allow it to simmer for about 10 minutes just so the fruit can soften. So whilst that's cooking, I'm going to get on with our crumble topping. So for this, you're going to need a food processor. A food processor is such a good investment if you're going to cook healthily because it really opens so many doors of opportunity to creating healthy food that tastes amazing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add half of our oats into the food processor. And I'm also going to add in some cinnamon. The cinnamon will just give it a really lovely flavour. And then I'm just going to blend this to form a flour-like consistency. Okay, so then I'm going to add in some coconut oil, which is a really healthy fat, and it really does give as decadent a flavour as butter. Some maple syrup. Some vanilla extract because it's going to give it a really creamy and rich taste. And then I'm just going to blend again. So when that's combined, I'm just going to add in the rest of our oats, some pecans, because pecans are a really, really healthy fat, so they're going to help to protect our heart, and also some desiccated coconut. And then I'm just going to pulse this. When the fruit is all nice and soft, I'm going to pour this into our tray. And then I'm going to top it with our crumble. I'm just going to press it down with the back of the spoon. And there we go. So it's going in the oven now for about 25 to 30 minutes until it's nice and golden brown on the top. So it's out the oven, it smells absolutely divine, so I'm just going to serve it up. And then I'm just going to top it off with a little bit of coconut yogurt, which will just give it a really gorgeous flavour, and it kind of works just as well as ice cream. There you have it, a gorgeous winter dessert.